Hi there, it's Pam from Fluency Fitness UK and Fit Mums and Bums. I'm just here to talk about some sex hormones today. We're going to talk about testosterone, progesterone and oestrogen. Now, as women, we do still need testosterone in our bodies. It's not just a male predominant hormone. It's produced in the ovaries and our adrenal glands and our fat cells. Excuse me, I've got like a little bit of fluff or something on my cheek. And the low levels of testosterone can result in kind of low self-esteem, an increase in body weight, mood swings, and then too high levels of the hormone can cause irritability and weight gain, infertility, anger, acne, facial hair, kind of some male characteristics. Not going to talk loads and loads about about testosterone because I kind of want to mainly focus on the estrogen and the progesterone, and I like to keep these little videos quite short so you're not sitting there for ages listening. So generally that's the kind of background on testosterone. We do still need it, and it does have function in our body, and we are affected still if we have too little or too much of it. So estrogen is the hormone that gives us our female characteristics. Estrogen has like so many functions in the body, hence why when we start to reduce the amount of estrogen that we have so many side effects to that because it has so many jobs. So I've kind of listed everything here because to remember everything is a job. So it gives us our female characteristic, and it's vital for us to balance our mood, and give us energy, control our body weight, and it has a function in having a healthy heart and your healthy bone density as well. So as a result, when we see lowering estrogen levels, as we age, we see an increase in our bone density, gets a little bit reduced, so it can lead to osteoporosis, and we also have increased sort of risk of heart disease and the like, kind of all the conditions that are related to that. It is produced in the ovaries, hence why when we kind of start not to have eggs, it reduces. But we do produce it by fat cells and our adrenal glands as well. From about age 35, we just do see a decline in our estrogen levels, which can result in all those perimenopause symptoms. So we've got premenstrual syndrome, PMS, irregular or heavy periods, infertility, reduced libido, mood swings, just feeling not very womanly, not feeling very sexy or confident about yourself, tiredness, vaginal dryness, hot flushes, night sweats or bone loss, brain fog, anxiety, memory loss. So all of these, any of those symptoms that you're kind of suffering will also cause stress. So it increases your cortisol levels. It can increase your kind of food cravings, and eventually it can increase your fat storage as well. So when you're not used to having some of those symptoms, then you do, and you're kind of wondering why, it adds a stress to your body. And we all know that when cortisol levels are increased, all the other systems in our body tend to take a back seat, and specifically our reproductive system. So if you think about when you are stressed, it's not a time that your body wants to reproduce. So your sex hormone production kind of takes a back seat. That's why people who are having difficulty with conception or have infertility, it's important to reduce your stress levels, because in effect those stress hormones are basically just stopping your reproductive system from doing what it should do, because it's not seen as being safe, because the cortisol is produced for that fight or flight response, and your body wouldn't want to reproduce at that point in time. So that's why the reproductive system takes a back seat. So estrogen affects so many things in our body. So muscle strength, connective tissue, fascia, which is a kind of web in the body that keeps everything contained. And when you have issues with your fascia, then you have issues with your muscles, your ligaments and tendons and stuff as well. Libido, mood swings, bladder and bowel health, digestive health. So it has a function on pretty much every bodily system. There is a thing called estrogen dominance. and I'll talk about that once we talk about progesterone. Actually, I'll wait and speak about that because they kind of go hand in hand. High levels of certain estrogens. You've got different types of estrogens in the body, and high levels of certain types, the ones that we maybe produce a bit more than we should, can result in things like fibroids, endometriosis, really heavy periods, breast cancers, breast tenderness, PMS and cysts. So that can come down to producing different types of estrogen, or the estrogens that are less desired in the body. So hopefully that gives you a wee insight into estrogen, why we need it. It has like huge impact in the body. So again, when we see that decline in that perimenopause up to menopause stage, that's why we get so many symptoms, because it does have a function on lots of things in the body. So progesterone is another sex hormone, and isn't as readily spoken about as kind of estrogen and testosterone, but it has a huge function as well. So it basically prepares the body for pregnancy, and regulates your menstrual cycle. It works in combination with estrogen, so they work in a kind of ratio of certain times of the month. When you're menstruating, your estrogen levels will be higher than progesterone, and then other times progesterone will be higher, and that balance can dictate a lot of what goes on in the body. Progesterone's involved in breast care, cardiac care, and your nervous system health. It promotes sleep and acts as a precursor hormone, so it kind of gets then developed into another hormone. Produced in the ovaries and the adrenal gland and in the placenta when you're pregnant. Again, when we're in that stress situation, or that chronic stress where you have stress going on a lot of the time of day, elevated cortisol levels, the progesterone level or progesterone production takes a backseat again, because body doesn't see it safe to be recreating life at that point. Low levels cause irregular cycle, can cause miscarriage, infertility, PMS, irritability, insomnia, anxiety, painful periods and spotting. Low levels can occur due to low thyroid function, polycystic ovaries, if you're in the perimenopause, because again it will decline naturally. It can be a genetic thing, or deficiencies in certain vitamins and minerals. A low nutrient intake and a high sugar intake can result in a low progesterone production. So it's important to have the variety of fruits and vegetables and variety of foods generally to give you the all the vitamins and minerals that we need to produce progesterone. So when it's low, it impacts on your bone health as well, like estrogen does. Again, works along with estrogen. It helps the thyroid function, so it's important to work, and it induces your relaxation centre in the brain, your GABA centre. So it's important to have this hormone and promote this hormone, support the production, because it helps to sleep, improves your moods, reduces anxiety, reduces hot flushes when the estrogen is kind of balanced, reduces brain fog, helps skin conditions, and reduces severity of fibroids, polycystic ovaries, breast, and different female cancers like breast, ovarian cancer and stuff as well. So the way it works with estrogen, as I say, they work in a ratio. So when estrogen is too high a lot of the time, when we have low progesterone, that's called estrogen dominance. It's not that you have too much estrogen in the body, but you have too much estrogen in ratio to the amount of progesterone that you have. Ways that we increase the production of progesterone is all the self-care type things. So the things that we like sleeping well, just doing things that when you get that you feel quite good for doing something, exercising, eating healthy, going for a massage, just taking some time out for yourself. All of those things help to boost your progesterone levels. So it's quite important to be doing those, not just for your mental health, but for your hormonal balance as well. So Oestrogen, progesterone, we want to try and boost them as much as we can, especially as we age, because they will naturally decline. And testosterone still has a function in a female body as well. So hopefully that's given you a wee bit more insight. It's a bit longer than what I expected. I probably should have split them up, but anyway, they work together, so I wanted to do them together. Any more questions about that, please don't hesitate to contact me in fluentfitnessuk@gmail.com or fluentfitnessuk on Facebook, and drop me a message if you've got any questions. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.